welcome to my channel, Southern Delight. I am Debbie and I will be your host today, and we are going to make this fun holiday wreath. This is a nutcracker wreath, and I was so excited when I first made this because I love nutcrackers. I personally have probably about 50 nutcrackers that I put out for Christmas. My husband and I started this tradition when we got married 28 years ago, and for every Christmas we collect a nutcracker. We usually get one that brings back memories of that year that took place, and we have got some kind of collection going. Some years we may have gotten like 1 or 2 extras to add to that collection, but like I said, I do love nutcrackers. And I was really excited about this project because I was walking through Hobby Lobby. They had these cute little hats, and then I had an idea to do this lovely little wreath. But the thing about it was, I had it all in my mind of how I wanted it to look, and I went on trying to find some inspiration or whatever, but I could not find a wreath that had actually been made with a nutcracker face in the middle. So lo and behold, I went and I tried to use some of my creativity, and I said, you know what, I'm going to just use some Mod Podge, and we're going to just have a little face in here, and we're going to blow up a picture and just put it in there. Well, this is what I came up with, and I absolutely love it. Now my son, on the other hand, which he's not a little boy, he's a grown man, he came to me and he told me, he said, Mama, it looks a little freaky. Well, I guess if you're not a nutcracker lover, it would look a little freaky, especially to have a little face shining down that has like teeth and a beard coming down here. But anyways, I'm going to show you step by step how to make this wonderful little wreath. Here is a basic mesh wreath. It's made out of white mesh. It only took 1 roll of the mesh wreath. And I've got a complete tutorial down, if you look on the link below, a complete tutorial on how to create a basic mesh wreath. But you will need that for this project. I have a nutcracker face. This I have just Mod Podged on here. And what you can do for this is, if you can't find, if you'll look on Etsy, they have some printable faces there that you can download. If not, if you've got a nutcracker handy, take a photograph of it, send it to your printer, print it off. You might have to enlarge it, and then you can Mod Podge it on there. I have a hat here. I picked this up from Hobby Lobby. This is a nutcracker hat. It came with a band and then also some hair. It had like some hair draping down there, but what I did was I pulled the band off, and then I'm going to use this hair for the side of my nutcracker's face there. I've also put together 5 curly wreath, or 5 mesh curl forms here. I kind of twisted them around to make them look like a flower. This, I will show you real quickly how I did this, but you'll need 5 of these. I used 2 things of ribbon. I had this candy cane striped ribbon, and then this ribbon here. I got both of these from Hobby Lobby. And what I did was I started by cutting these out. These are 12 inches across on this form, and then of course I took and I folded them, angled it, and then cut it here to make the little ends. The mesh I cut, these are already rolled up, but I took the mesh, and these are 10 inches. I rolled them out and cut them 10 inches long, and they're 10 inches across. You can use the mesh from the Dollar Tree, but it's much smaller and it tends to fray a little bit more. This mesh I order from a supplier, and a wholesale supplier. And you can kind of get something comparable to it from like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. But what I did was I cut those to 10 inches. These are 12. And we're going to start by putting the candy stripe, this on top. And then you'll need some pipe cleaners.
take it, twist that here. Twist them like so. And I usually take this top one and twist it. And the ribbon that I like to use is the wire ribbon. It tends to work better and hold its shape. And then I'm going to fan these out like flowers. Is what I want to do, like this. But I've made 5 of these for this project. And I've also took that ribbon and I just used the dot ribbon and I made a bow. I have a complete tutorial on how to create this bow and it's under, I'll put it down in the caption below as well, well in the description box below as well, and it'll say how to make a bow for a fall wreath, but it's a complete tutorial on how to make one of these bows. Same technique used for most of those bows that I work with. Alright, and then now we'll begin. First I'm going to start by taking these. This is just a regular, I think it's a 12-inch wreath form. I picked that one up from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to start by taking this and putting it right in here. It splits up. If you look at the wreaths before they have the mesh on them, they split. They have like little areas where the metal comes across. Each one of those places is where I'm going to place one of these little ruffle flowers. We're going to call these ruffle flowers. And then what I do is just take it and twist the pipe cleaner, and we're not gonna worry about cutting or doing anything like that right now. I'm just gonna place these in. And I've chosen, this wreath was a little thin. So what I'm going to do is the area, this was the thinnest area, I'm going to take and put the bow down here. So when you do your wreath, don't worry about it being, not real full right now, because you can always go back and add more don't worry about it not being real full right now, because you can always go back and add more ribbon and more mesh to make it look fuller, and then by the time you get all the embellishments in it, it's going to be very full. Let's keep twisting those. And I chose white because on my nutcracker face, he had a lot of white hair, and so I thought that would be a good match for him. You can use red or green as your base color. I might really, this one had some wild areas. Flip those off. And also in my pipe cleaners, I use colors that are in the wreath so that they don't stick out. They're not as noticeable. Because this green color is in my ribbon. I'm just going to fan that out. Alright. This area here is where the bow is going to go. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 4 here. Twist that one in. take and put one here for number 5. Mesh doesn't want to spread apart there. Okay. Take this and twist this on in. It's all coming together, and see how much fuller it looks than when we started. I'm going to take this area down here. This is my bow. Take the bow here, we're going to wire it in. And I used a lot of whimsical, bright colors on this. I will probably do another nutcracker with some plaid in him or so forth. But I mean, you can do it any pattern you want, any colors you choose. I have a complete collection of nutcrackers. My husband and I have been married 28 years, and every year that we've been married, we purchase a nutcracker. We purchase one that pertains to like something that year, like when we bought a house, we would buy one that had like a hammer or something with it, or we had a new birth in the family, a new niece or a new nephew. We've got one, I think, that has a baby. Just something that has a memory behind it, we would go and take and purchase for that year. But we have a huge collection going on now of nutcrackers, so this is going to go with that nutcracker collection. Okay. And then I picked these little guys up from Michael's. They would be cute as well to put in here to add some color. And I've got 2 of these. I'm going to put one on each side. And I'll just take, I'm going to twist on probably one there, higher up, I think, like that. And then I've got this one, I think I'm going to put here at the bottom end with the bow. Same technique. He's just got the stem, and we can go back and cut these stems once we get everything in. Just trim them up a tad bit. It adds a lot of color. Just makes it kind of fun. Looks like he's so funny, he wants to fall off. Oh, he's staying in there though. Twist him in here. And what I'm doing is just taking it and twisting it on the metal wreath form. That way it secures it. Alright, I'm going to pause for just a minute. My baby over here is barking, so we're going to pause and then I'll come back. And while I'm checking on her, what I'm going to do is take this, we're going to put him in the center and get him wired in, and the hat as well, and I'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay, there we have it, our Nutcracker wreath. I went back and I wired in the face, and I added some of that hair down here on his chin area and right here for his sideburns. We wired in the hat, and there you have it. But if you haven't done so already, you may want to go ahead and click that subscribe button below. That way you can keep all of my videos together. Like I was telling you before, I have a complete tutorial on how to do Mod Podge, and that's how I did the Nutcracker face. And I also have a complete tutorial on how to make a basic mesh wreath, and I'll put those in the link below so that you can find them. But if you subscribe, it'll group all of my videos together and just make it easy for you to get to them. But they will walk you step by step on those processes. But until next time, that is it, and thank you.